Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Raw Post-Show Rewind for March the 18th, 2024. I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster, at PW Hipster, all across the board, and the Pro Wrestling Hipster over on Facebook. Caesar, tell the folks who you are, and let's hop right into the main event tonight.
How's it going, guys? I'm Caesar. On social media, I go by that thing called @NoobTube on all the social media platforms. There are way too many names, so we're not going to sit here and name them all. What we are going to do is discuss the main event
of Monday Night Raw.
The 18th.
The 18th. The day after St. Patrick's Day.
Just to clarify.
Right, just so you know. All right, the main event tonight for Raw was Nia Jax taking on the man Becky Lynch in a last woman standing match. Becky picks up the win here in just around 17 minutes. It took a little while to get going. Here's the thing: we don't expect Nia Jax to deliver Kenny Omega level best bout machine action.
I was waiting for a shooting star. Okay, I don't know about you.
I mean, hell.
No,
there were some hellacious spots in the match, and honestly, like the second half of the match was better than the first half.
Oh, by all means, yes.
According to one of our on-site correspondents tonight, the crowd was really into it. So, I mean, they definitely had the crowd going in the arena, which is what really matters most. Caesar, you had mentioned in the chat in the pre-production meeting there that you heard Becky calling some spots.
I heard some audibles, but they weren't even like super subtle. Like I heard her call was it a body slam? And then like 30 seconds after, Nia takes her and throws her into a body slam. But what I was going to ask about is, and this isn't really like a shot or anything bad. What's the rule with chairs in matches now? I've seen people go, okay, I need 2, I need 3, I need Home Hardware, I need Home Depot, I need Rona. Like they have like 100 chairs. What's the deal? I've always wondered that. You ever see that?
I mean, it's look, they have a supplier. They buy them in bulk,
which is fine.
I don't have a good answer there.
Last time I saw that many chairs was at my at the time girlfriend's relative's wedding, but it was like a huge room. So like
keep a lot of chairs on hand. Kendo sticks,
that is true.
Cans,
at least the chairs work. At least the chairs work. Not like that table. That table, the first one.
Yeah,
what happened?
Sometimes the table wins.
Yeah, the table is the ultimate threat.
Sometimes.
Like, why didn't you just put it on the desk? Use the desk like a prop. Get Pat McAfee to hold it if he wanted to. Make him useful for something.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that would give him some sort of use rather than just hanging out there and nearly like blowing his
almost
knee out.
Popped his knee.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Popped his knee, right? Something like that. I don't know. But
that's
anyways,
what he claimed. But after the match concluded, and God, I hope this concludes the issues between Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. Like it needs.
I heard a rumor. Hey,
what kind of rumor?
Next week they're gonna have a first ever match. Please don't. No. This match is what did what it did. It's
over. Feud's done.
That's it.
Feud's done. But
I kid you not. That first ever match joke lost us like 6 viewers. Horrible.
I know.
Horrible joke. You should be called out.
I know you'd call me out.
Thanks, boss. All right. Thanks, boss. So bring back the stuff. No. Maybe once in a while. Maybe make it like the Demon for Finn Balor, Like he just breaks out Stardust when things get really dire.
But the Demon was actually kind of cool, like his look and whatnot.
I'm not going to sit here and let you say bad things about Stardust.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm just saying I agree with you. But the Demon was cool, like the paint job. Hell, if they ever somehow got Dusty back, Dustin, not Dusty. Sorry.
If they got Dusty back, first of all, that would fuck up like 90% of Cody's promos. Second of all, like how they get Dusty back? It's DDP yoga, ain't it? It's always DDP yoga. It's resurrecting people from the dead now. It's amazing. Yeah,
I saw a video. It was like one of the like trailers and like commercials, and it was like DDP's yelling at some guy, and he's like, "This guy in the back here, he's 84." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
I believe it.
It works, kids. DDP yoga.
DDP yoga. It's real. But anyway, after the match concluded, we had Mommy Rhea Ripley march down to the ring. Her and Becky had a stare down as Raw went off the air tonight, setting up for their match at Mania, which says just about every week. But I do not expect Becky Lynch to win that match.
You don't think so?
I don't want Becky. Nah, here's I don't think she should. At the very least, like, because Rhea Ripley's so fucking over.
There you go. No, I agree with you. I just want you to say
there's I mean, she's just so incredibly talented. She's been carrying the women's division on Raw for a long time. And that's saying something too, because they have an impressive roster of women in the company overall. But yeah, no, I sincerely hope that her title reign continues on past Mania. But we'll see what happens.
The one thing you can honestly say, like, if you did like a we're not gonna do it now, but if you did a pros and cons of both sides of like Mommy winning or the man winning, there's like a bajillion, zillion, quadrillion reasons why Rhea wins is good.
Right.
Not saying anything's wrong with Becky, but like you said, Rhea's like, she could, like, this pen is Mommy's and it would sell on shop dot whatever it's called in a split second. So
I mean, she licked that autograph that sold for a lot after.
You know how much? Oh, you don't? Okay. I heard about that, but I didn't see how much it was.
I thought it was like over the 1,000 mark USD, just to be. Yeah. Well, we're not talking rubles here, folks.
Roblox.
Roblox. Oh my god. Fuck. I only know about Roblox because of the kids. Always asking for the Roblox. Okay, we're off the rails here. Anything else on the main event tonight? Caesar, anything else on the main event?
I will say, they're giving us enough when it comes to like the stare downs and the little things with Rhea and Becky. Not enough too much. Just enough to make us go, okay, next Monday, with DSR, Dirt Sheet Radio, we'll sit down and talk with these guys about the show next week. And they'll come around again. And then it'll be back again. Back to the start of the show.
But all right, here we go. We're going to hop around. So tonight's Raw came to us live from Raleigh, North Carolina at the PNC Arena. The show opened up with main event Jey Uso making his way to the ring to a really good reaction. Like, crowd loves him. I don't know he's over. He's been over for a while. But man, the crowd loves doing the hand thing. So does Pat McAfee. Nearly died tonight doing it.
Yeah.
All those "We Want Cody" signs. There must have been. Were they passing those out?
Part of me thinks yes.
Like, because it's very uniform, and it's an awful lot of them.
100%. 100%. They aren't even home drawn. They're like beautifully printed.
Yeah. Just 50 copies right there. That's it.
Yeah, no one's going to Kinko's to do that.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, actually, one person. Back in the day when I was going to lots of Ring of Honor shows, they knew me at Party City because every time I walked in, I'd buy like 2 garbage bags of streamers.
That's it.
There's a lot of streamers every single time. They did not know what I was doing with them, and eventually one of them asked, and then they were still confused.
Thank you for your service, fellow streamer man. Streamer guy.
I do what I can. I did what I can. It was
supposed to steal them down as you're walking out. Just carry the streamers. Just like
the day they actually banned streamers was really sad. Honestly,
that's so stupid. Just watching the crowd throwing them is the best.
And it was an art too. It was like, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, folks, I swear we'll get right back on the Raw here in a second. But like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I practiced that shit. Like, like in the apartment I lived in at the time. Like, I would sit there and I would throw a streamer down the hallway, just like trying to. My dog would run after it. It was great,
Oh shit! Tyler's at it again.
Good times. Good times.
But back to the promo segment.
But yeah, so Jey Uso made his way to the ring and called out his brother Jimmy. And Jimmy was there. Jimmy holds grudges.
Jimmy, no you.
Jimmy got the crazy eyes.
What you saying about me? His eyes say.
Yeah. Fantastic promo. Very emotional. Just, Jay telling Jimmy that he misses him. It's just, and, he's talking about how, we don't ride together anymore. We don't see each other. Like, I wonder how true that is. I mean, obviously they talk, but they are on separate shows. So I would assume that they're not really traveling together at this point. But I mean,
closer to pay-per-view season, I could see it, but the rest of the year, no. Yeah. Like if it's like 2 weeks out from like, if it's like 2 weeks out from like a Rumble or like a Mania, I could see them traveling a lot together. But the rest of the year, no.
But Jay tells Jimmy, like he'll take him back.
I miss you.
He'll come back. I miss you. Like, I'll take you back. To which Jimmy responded, "Who left who? You left me." And then in the crowd, yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I thought I was unmuted. I thought I was misremembering. But didn't Jimmy leave first? I'm actually pretty sure Jimmy left.
Did he fired for a bit or something like that? He was coming.
I think he did. I need to go back and watch that 2-hour YouTube video of the history of the Bloodline.
No, I you know why I know for sure? Because I was waiting for this for a long time. Because I've been waiting for them to explain away Jimmy going back to the Bloodline. And then my first reaction was, there's the explanation. And then I thought, well, hold on a minute. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Actually, I have to. That's broken. The canon is broken. But I did want to bring that up because I was like, what the fuck? You ruined this for me. I was actually waiting for this.
But
it's officially ruined for John.
Yes. The magic is dead.
Dun dun dun.
But no, that is actually that is a really good point. That is one of those kind of plot holes that does happen. And when you have a storyline going that long, and this is not an excuse, but they do kind of tend to still fall into the old VKM mindset of they don't remember things from 6 months ago.
It never happened.
Right. But I'll say this about the Usos. Both solid on the mic, but holy cow, like their body language and facial expressions are top notch. And I think they convey as much, if not more, through that than the actual verbiage that they were spitting tonight in the ring.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes at the actual show. Like, is this gonna be one of those like hot build up, hot match, or is it just gonna be like hot match? But so far, it's been pretty much both.
Yeah,
hot match and hot build up.
There have been, a few brother versus brother matches over the years at WrestleMania, and some better than others. Owen and Brett, phenomenal. Like, I think it was at WrestleMania 10. Absolutely fantastic. Matt and Jeff Hardy, not so much.
Tolerable.
The build was phenomenal for that, but the match was terrible.
It's how they get you.
And then this one. I mean, we're not counting Undertaker versus Kane, clearly. Because they were only half brothers, guys.
They're the brothers.
Maybe a hot take. They all Undertaker. Maybe all the Undertaker and Kane's WrestleMania matches sucked. I'm sorry. All their WrestleMania matches blow chunks, and it's such a shame. That's my hot take. I'm sorry.
You just upset the internet. The IWC is officially upset.
It has been a really long time since I've watched like WrestleMania 14, which I think was their first WrestleMania match. But like, goddamn, like I remember like when they first brought Kane in as that character, I thought a couple necks got broken. Did Ahmed Johnson get all fucked up? Anyway, that's not important right now.
It's been a while.
But yeah, solid promo. Good. Like I'm excited for this match. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I think they're going to be really motivated to put on a really good match.
I'm thinking night one.
I agree with that. I think that's going to be a night one kind of thing. But
I think night two will be the heavy hitters, at least.
Yeah.
But we're gonna wait.
But backstage, 19 days, y'all. 19 days. But
it's like
backstage,
Christmas.
it is. It really is. I'm so excited. I won't be able to sleep that whole weekend. Mostly, I won't be able to sleep that whole weekend because we will be streaming so much.
Oh my freaking god!
Yeah. But
backstage.
Yeah, backstage we had Adam Pearce shouting on his phone, presumably shouting at Nick Aldis, telling him to keep his roster in check. He was approached by Paul Heyman, and Heyman kind of apologized for being late and for everything getting out of hand with Solo and Jay.
He had no tie, and he had one phone. Where's the other phone?
Well, that's a good question. Where is the other phone? Where is his tie? Are they together?
Find out next week on SmackDown's episode.
I don't think we will. I really don't think we will. I want to hear in this promo again, they referred to The Rock as the final boss. So they're really pushing this hard. Like at this point, like I feel like they've copyrighted the final boss and they're doing something with it. Which, like, I will say doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like the way it's set up is night one, we've got the tag match, Cody and Seth taking on Roman and Rock.
The stipulations.
And with the stipulation, being whoever wins that, if Cody wins, Bloodline's banned. And if they win, if they win, then it's Bloodline rules. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But like that's night one. Night two is when Cody wrestles Roman. So like it doesn't make sense for Rock to call himself the final boss.
Yeah. So is it like I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of things online. Obviously, I won't go into heavy detail, but like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it turns out with that.
I mean, unless that's what starts to irk Roman and gets Roman to kind of turn back on Rock, and then they can do the Rock Roman match that they had planned all.
Yeah. So the real question I gotta say is like, would you make Rock the face or Roman the face? If there was those two?
I don't know. Is the world ready to cheer Roman Reigns?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm also an asshole about him.
It's also going to be a lot easier for The Rock to transition back into being a face. I mean, clearly, like as you could see on SmackDown, he's still going to get a positive reaction for a lot of what he does.
This is a weird comparison, but he's getting the same pop, The Rock, on SmackDown like Okada does. Like they're trying to make him a heel, but people still freak out and cheer him.
Right.
So
he had a level, a certain level. That's how it's going to be. But we'll hop into our opening match tonight. We had #DIY taking on the Creed brothers, and this was one of the qualifying matches for the 6-pack ladder match challenge at WrestleMania. DIY picks up the win in 19 minutes to solidify their spot at WrestleMania. And my boy Johnny Wrestling from Ohio, he's doing it.
He's doing yours.
He's finally going to get that Mania match. Fantastic match.
Oh no, by all means, that was a wicked match.
Like
I wanted to get up and grab a drink, but I couldn't.
It was a lot of fun. Like when I got the bell time on that at 19 minutes, I was actually surprised. It did not feel like it was 20 minutes of the show.
No.
Like it was fantastic. I say this about the Creed brothers. It's been a minute since we had the Creed brothers on
I was shocked they didn't have Ivy with them. That's what surprised me.
I'm wondering if they're separating them. Like if Ivy's gonna be more like associated with Maxine but like I love their tandem offense. Like the Creed brothers do some cool, fun moves. If not slightly reckless looking at times. Like something I feel like the Creed brothers is just
this was insane.
Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Like absolutely just power and just rock 'em, sock 'em in the ring. Like, these guys are just rough and tumble. That spot, the Northern Lights suplex double pin spot, they're great. Like they got to find their footing here, but the crowd reacts well to them.
This isn't really action related in the match, but you gotta love when Brutus jumps out of the ring and starts hugging Pat McAfee at ringside. Middle of the match for no reason.
They seem like guys that would hang out.
That's fine, but
Yeah,
it's just really
just
funny
saying.
because it's like they're just going super crazy in the match, and then he just runs
Pat
out
looks
there.
a little freaked. Pat looks a little freaked right there.
Looks terrified, like he just saw
Yeah.
a ghost or something, or an actual world champion who shows up to the show.
Ooh. Bada boom.
Anyways,
But
no,
but
that
yeah,
was.
but fantastic match.
I
Great
still say
opener.
I feel like I should have paid for that match. It was that good.
I mean, by the end of it, the crowd was absolutely like ramped up and ready to go. It was a great opener.
Mhm.
Hell, you know, I would say that's probably what I would say was the best match on the card tonight.
Yeah, that
by and large, but a lot of fun, great match. Again, the crowd was super into it and super hot. So fantastic. And hey, DIY going to WrestleMania. That ladder match is going to be absolutely insane.
I'm just curious to see who the last two teams are going to be. That's my
Right.
question still.
We'll find out Friday night on SmackDown. Backstage we had the Judgment Day hanging out in their little clubhouse area that they moved to place. Speaking with Andrade. Caesar, what do you make of this? What do you think their plans are going forward here?
Why does Finn Balor look like a hip hop dancer from the 80s?
Parappa the Rappa.
Like when I saw that, I started hearing Run DMC. I'm not even kidding.
Love the bucket hat. You know, it's a good look for him.
No, do I see anything happening? I hope so. What do I see happening? I don't know, but I feel like I don't think Dom's gonna bring Andrade. I think it might be Rhea who might try and pull him in. Like I think Andrade, like he might be convinced by both of them, but like he thinks that maybe like Rhea would be a better accompaniment than Dom. And then boom, Charlotte Flair shows up.
There you go.
Who knows? It sounds weird.
Hey,
but
it's WrestleMania season, and I feel like they're laying some groundwork for things to happen after Mania as well.
I just hope use Andrade. That's all I can say. I don't know how. They probably have an idea. We gotta wait till WrestleMania season's over. Okay. Like what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks and a half?
19 days. 19
Woo!
days. All right. But moving on, we had a quick recap of Candice LeRae yelling at Maxine Dupree last week, and then went to the ring with Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell taking on Caden Carter and Katana Chance. No entrances.
No, I saw it too.
Just in the ring.
Weird.
So this just continued the build of LeRae's heel turn. LeRae and Hartwell pick up the win in 3 minutes. I mean, short match. And this was really more pushing the story of LeRae becoming more vicious and cruel in the ring, and Indy Hartwell seeming not to be too into it.
Do we see Indy and Candice breaking up?
I hope not, because like they're a sensible team. I'm hoping this is more one of those like she corrupts Indy kind of things. You know, leader to the dark side. Because here's the thing. If you separate Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, what the fuck are you going to do with Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too. It's easy to break up anybody, but then what do they do is the question,
right?
Like you say.
And I think they've got more legs as a tag team right now than as solo acts.
What if they do it for a little while where it's like they're together still as a team, but Candice keeps trying to be heel and Indy's like the good girl and goes, I don't want to do that.
Maybe.
We'll see. Could that be
I don't know. I mean, maybe they can somehow balance and have, you know, Candice being a full-on heel and Indy being a face. We'll see. You never know. You never know.
The waiting game.
It's always what it is. We had a quick commercial for the Bray Wyatt documentary that is coming out on April 1st on Peacock. It was narrated by his brother, Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty touching.
It was apparently Matt Hardy was in the crowd tonight.
Was he broken?
Was he slapping tornadoes?
Duh, that's all he does.
Right. My favorite Matt fact: Matt only drinks strawberry milk. So
I miss those days. The version 1 facts.
It was a good time. One of my favorite gimmicks of all.
He comes out to the ring and like the screen changes, and the other side of the screen is like, did you know that Matt Hardy?
Bar. Like, it was fantastic.
it'd be like, did you know Matt Hardy only fights, and like it would be something strange or
WrestleMania 19. One of them was Matt often wonders how they had WrestleMania without him. But anyway, moving into hour 2 of Raw tonight, we had Cody Rhodes make his way to the ring. Again, say this every week. Cody's over as hell. Good promo tonight. Kind of feels like the company heard people bitching about The Rock being able to say whatever The Rock wants to say, and it kind of feels like they just let Cody go out there and say what he wanted to say. I mean, the line, I don't think you're a heel. I think you're an asshole.
An asshole.
LDS. Little Dick Syndrome. That's not going to be on a t-shirt.
Watch them.
LDS might, but they're not going to have Little Dick Syndrome on a.
I'm surprised Cody hasn't been doing his usual intro when he comes out where he goes, what do you want to talk about? Like he usually does.
I wonder if they were starting to feel like that was grating on people.
Okay, that makes sense then. Not like calling The Rock an asshole.
No, that got to pop.
That's gonna stay for like the next 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I mean, 3 weeks.
Yeah, this was a little more edge from Cody tonight.
Edge, you say?
No, not Adam Copeland. A little more of a tough edge on Cody tonight. I refer to Roman as the Rock side chick. I gotta say,
priceless.
I want to see The Rock take on Cody Rhodes' mom after this promo.
She's gonna win.
Well,
uppercut right in the throat.
Bionic elbow, man. Like easy peasy.
Super kick to the 540s. 450. Oh my god. I guess I'll play video games. Like
but yeah, fantastic promo. But Cody interrupted by the wise man, Paul Heyman, which again just elevated the level of this promo. Caesar, what'd you think of everything tonight and the unfolding of the story?
Do you think Paul needs like a big badass kind of intro when he comes out by himself?
No.
No.
I like no music,
just for Paul.
Just walk to the ring. He's done it that way for a long time.
Yeah,
and I think it's really effective for him.
I'm not saying he needs one, but like I was picturing him having one of those like big, intensely like badass music intros that someone paid a bunch of money for.
That's all I've always thought of. If he was going to use a song, old ECW theme.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be something really like you'd hear it and you'd be like, kind of moments.
Here comes the
yeah. I don't know, Paul on the mic, you hear him talk and you want to sit down and go, okay, everyone gather around for story time. Paul's going to drop some knowledge. And that's it. Because Paul talks and gets right to the point. So it's always interesting.
And Paul said that Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown Friday night and he will be alone.
So
and that
you have to come alone.
Cody must come alone. So we'll see how that goes Friday night. Bullshit. Yeah, it feels like a setup. Just saying.
Bullshit.
All right, but backstage we had a quick segment with Nia Jax building towards the main event that we spoke about earlier. So we will keep on rolling here. So we had a quick match here with Dirty Dom Mysterio taking on Ricochet. Ricochet picked up the win here in just about 7 minutes. Solid TV match. You know what you're going to get out of Dom, and you always know you're going to get something good out of Ricochet. It was good. No real consequence here, but we'll see if Dom is punished for another loss.
But
Dom's not doing too good.
But because someone watching this right now is going to say this, someone's thinking it in the wrong way about the punish part. But like, it would be kind of cool to see this for like a TV match, like specifically a TV match. Dom and JD versus Ricochet and somebody else. What do you think about that?
Who's the somebody else?
Well, it'd have to be somebody that's from the Gauntlet match
Yeah.
Not saying big Bronson Reed. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying like
who was not on Raw tonight. Just putting that out there. Did not
I
see
lied.
big Bronson. Haven't seen Ivar for a couple weeks.
It's big Bronson Reed.
Big.
Or who's the other one? Where is it? No. Zayn. That'd be a kind of an interesting one to throw in there. Yeah. I don't know. Look at it.
Hey, and that's a great transition because
exactly.
Sami Zayn was getting ready to make his way to the ring. He ran into Chad Gable, and they had a kind of a very tension-filled exchange.
There was so much tension.
And in that, Chad Gable was being prodded to basically, say how he really felt, what he was thinking. And he flat out told Sami, "You can't beat Gunther. You can't beat Gunther."
What bugs me the most is like, he wants to do something. Him being Gable. Hell, last week we all agreed, the four of us, it should have been Gable that won.
And I still thought tonight they were going to try to get him into that match still.
I got a feeling, don't quote me on this one by any means, they're trying to wait and see the response first, and then they'll pull the trigger. Hell, they might do it the week before, which is a dumb idea, but
hey, we'll see what happens. But Sami made his way to the ring, followed by Gunther. And they, had the old school contract signing. No one went through a table, which is a rarity.
No table got flipped either.
That push Dijak sign there, by the way, in the crowd. Yeah, no table flip.
That shot when they just that right there, that belt looks amazing right there. How it's put. That's why I love this belt. Like,
this was a really strong promo segment for them. They both came across really well. They both played their roles beautifully and to a T. I mean, it really is clearly the story they're going with here is that no one believes in Sami Zayn. No one believes that he can win this.
Backstage, Adam Pearce is like, "You touch each other, I'm gonna knock your heads in. I'm gonna do it. I'm ready."
Here's the scrap daddy's ready to get in that ring.
He's got the brass tacks in his pocket.
If anyone can confirm this, I didn't rewind the broadcast, but I'm pretty sure that Sami never actually signed the contract.
I don't think so, actually.
I thought the same thing, but I did rewind it, and he signed it, but he signed it all the way in the beginning, like as Gunther got in the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not the trick they're going to.
They didn't make a big deal out of it, which they usually do. Like, I'll sign the thing now.
Oh my God, he did it! He signed the contract. So they always do. And he throws the pen and chucks the pen and flips the table and all the stereotypes. They always do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna hit him with a belt.
And then he does. But solid segment. But did want to bring up here after the segment. We talked about changes since the not those changes. Since certain folks have left directional power in the company. Basically, Kevin Dunn being out of
Dunn.
This shot there, as after that segment, they followed Sami back through the curtain, past gorilla position, where he ran into Miz and R-Truth chatting up DIY. One continuous shot.
Here we go. Oh, no. This is the other one, but still.
Right. That was
we can't play the whole thing without getting sued.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the second half of that, which led to them going to the ring, but it was just one full continuous shot, and that's certainly not something Kevin Dunn would have done.
You remember like the old days where like they'd have like the pinfall match or like the pinfalls anywhere in like hardcore matches. They would get to the side of the stage where the curtain is, and the cameraman would just suddenly stop, and they would cut to a camera in the back area and be like, "We've caught up with them. They're backstage," and it's like, thank God that's over with. 25 years later, 30 years later,
and here we are, right?
But
there's been a lot of subtle changes that we've seen in the
less
past
camera
weeks.
shake.
But this was a pretty big one. But cool shot nonetheless.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It worked really well. And as you saw there, that was Awesome Truth making their way to the ring, and that led us into our next match on the card. Awesome Truth taking on Indus Sher. Awesome Truth wrapped their way to the ring. Always a good time.
I just loved hearing Truth at the beginning. He's like, Miz, just follow my lead.
It's not the remix.
Like, yeah.
But Awesome Truth picks up the win in 3 minutes. Real quick match. Was not expecting the level of match quality out of this that we got from the Creed brothers and DIY.
The ending is the part that surprised me. Like, he just got elbowed in the face and then fell down.
Yeah, it was definitely a slip on a banana peel kind of finish,
hey,
which
the win's a win.
I'm not. A win is a win, but it's just like, why do it that way? Like, what conceivable reason do you have to protect Indus Sher at this point?
Gender. That's probably about it, if anything. That's not even a reason.
Maybe, but it's not like he's like, it's not like he's in there wrestling with them. It's just, I don't know. Like, they're huge. They're big dudes. They look scary. But
one dude's, I think, 6'8", I heard.
Damn.
One of them.
That is a large man. But, like, they're just not great. And I'm being,
they're not.
I'm being very generous, I think, with that. Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. I got a good one for you. I got a good one. If you had to pick them or the Viking Raiders, who's your favorite?
Viking Raiders. Because here's the thing. With the Viking Raiders all the goddamn time. With the Viking Raiders, it's not that they're bad wrestlers. They're fucking great. It's the god-awful, stupid gimmick. Okay? And Ivar's not... You know what? You only brought this up because Ivar hasn't been on Raw in like 3 weeks, so you haven't heard me like...
Has it been 3 weeks? Really?
I think it's been 3, yeah. 3 as of tonight. I don't think he was
I'm for sure... I know 2 for sure, but I'll take your word for this one. But yeah, it has been like... It's been a while, but yeah, I knew you were gonna say Viking Raiders over Indus Sher because I know, like,
of course, because they're good. Like, they can actually work a match.
Like, I mean, I've seen video outside, and yeah, the fact that they can do flippy flips is pretty sweet too. Actually, 6 something.
Huge dudes, huge guys, like 300 pounders.
Meat Planet.
Meat Planets. But Sami Zayn ran down Gable backstage and demanded to know why he doesn't believe why he believes he can't beat Gunther.
I was gonna say, when Zayn came out to the ring originally and did his thing where he goes like down the stage back to the front, part of me expected Gable to come out of nowhere and clock him.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'd want to turn. I think Gable's. I don't know what they're doing with him. Like, they're a little irritated, but.
Yeah, no, Gable wants to throw hands, but he's trying to buy his time and wait. So he's not, like you said, going heel.
Right.
So
he was very hard edge tonight, though. He had
he was so intense.
Very serious and intensity to him. But he told Sami that, he waits for his opportunities. And he has to change his way of thinking. He has to change his mentality if he wants to win this match. I mean, do you still think we're heading that way, or do you think this is going to end up being a one-on-one match?
I'm crossing my fingers, all that kind of stuff, and just saying that some way, somehow, Chad gets put in there. Don't know how. Or maybe Sami Zayn gets hurt on the way to Mania, and then Gable goes, "I'll take his spot."
I'll take it. Thanks. That's
sure.
Fine now. Yoink.
I was born in catering, having sandwiches. So I'll take the spot now.
So
we had Seth and Drew. Their little segment.
Well, before Seth and Drew had a quick little kind of update on CM Punk and his injury we're having. Said that he would be at WrestleMania. Yeah, can't have WrestleMania in Philadelphia without Phil. Otherwise, it's just WrestleMania in Adelphia.
Someone in the crowd that doesn't know his real name was like, "There's no Phil and CM Punk."
This doesn't make sense.
CM Phil Punk? CM Phil?
But and Punk will be on Raw next week. So
my only question is, like, what do they do then if he's going to be back? I don't think he's ready to go.
he's not gonna be ready to wrestle, but like he'll physically be there. Like
I think he should be on commentary for a couple matches. That'd be kind of interesting.
He was fun on commentary.
That'd be kind of cool to see where that goes. But what matches? Probably the Cody and the Bloodline and those matches, probably the big ones.
We'll see what they do with him. Hopefully, they don't stick him with like the obligatory Miz hosting duties kind of a thing. But we had Drew McIntyre making his way to the ring to be interrupted by Seth Rollins.
That was so good. Drew looks at him like, "Hey, it's my entrance."
Just absolutely just so angry. Drew McIntyre rocking his new shirt tonight, the savior of WrestleMania, with a checklist on the back. Injure Punk, win the Chamber, win the World Championship of WrestleMania, become immortal. I didn't know that those were the steps needed to achieve immortality, but apparently Drew McIntyre is.
I guess we're going to go beat up CM Punk then?
Oh, you already injured off CM Punk. That's done.
No, I mean us.
Oh, all of us. Anyone who was.
I'll be right back.
God. Is that how Hulk Hogan became immortal?
But he wasn't alive when he was doing his thing.
I mean, he maybe beat up like a baby CM Punk. Well, Hogan's not going to put an infant over.
How do you know?
Doesn't work for him, brother.
The baby has creative control. I'm done. I'm so done. So Seth and Drew, entrance got cut off.
No, the baby has creative control is probably how Bischoff described Hogan in late WCW. Anyway,
holy shit!
But
we're done. We're so screwed.
But great back and forth promo between Seth and Drew. We say this pretty much every week. It's a broken record, but Drew is just killing this heel gimmick.
I really hope it's him. Just like they give him an idea what to do, and then maybe like a little bit of like, oh, can I say this? Like you want enough, but not bad. Like you don't want to like say like he can't talk about this, but he can still have a direction. There we go. That's the word I'm thinking of. Because you said these promos are just savage.
Oh,
or was it? What did he say again? He said something like, "Say what every time if you're glad I injured Punk."
Yeah, that was the thing. That was fantastic. But he posed the question, asking Drew if he is more like himself than he would care to admit, telling Drew that he's as much addicted to the spotlight as Seth is. It's like, yeah, you had your moment, but it wasn't big enough. It was in an empty warehouse. So he it was good. It was good, and I like Seth more serious. It's been nice not to see him be like completely goofy ass dancing.
Oh, I know. I'm so happy to see him actually, dare I say, taking off the goofiness and putting on the cloak of I'm gonna be a dick for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be interesting to see how Mania turns out with him, because if night one is him with Cody as the main, and then night two it's him and Drew as the co-main. I wonder how
I'm not. Yeah, I for Seth, I'm hoping that like he doesn't do a whole lot in the tag match. I'm going to assume that the bulk of that match. Well, fuck, it can't. I was just saying the bulk of the match would be Roman and Cody, but they really can't do that because that match is taking place the next night.
What do I feel like a bunch of shenanigans are going to go down to keep?
I mean, there are definitely going to be shenanigans, but it's
how do you call it again? Like they're going to like so-called injure Seth and like let him go off the side for like 5 minutes, like Cody do his thing, and then Seth, oh my god, he's back! He's from the back, and just comes back down the ramp, tough guying it and finishing the match, kind of thing.
Right.
I know that sounds stereotypical, but again, the other question you have to ask is who's taking the pin? I almost want to see the Rock. Match? I want to see the Rock.
You think the Rock gets pinned in night one of WrestleMania?
Well, what do you think happens for each person?
I mean, honestly, what are you thinking? It's a foregone conclusion that Roman and Cody lose the match? Roman and Rock lose the match?
No. I'm just like like the cork board, with all the strings attached to it. That's me right now. I'm like, this is how it's gonna go. Like I've got all the possibilities written down. That's what I'm saying. Like if Seth pins this person, Rock pins this person.
Shots fired. Pharaoh,
That
shots fired.
Yeah, we had to.
Love that.
We had to
Love
put
that
that there.
talk. I just want to scratch those ears.
So yeah, I'm not saying it's foregone who's gonna win. I'm just saying who do you think is gonna do what to when to who.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't see a great scenario for the Bloodline to lose that tag match, just because you don't want to pin Roman and you don't want to pin Rock. I mean, you could. And goddamn, doing a DQ or some sort of count out for that, isn't going to be, very satisfying. But this match, the conclusion of that tag match, doesn't have to be incredibly conclusive or satisfying in one way or the other.
No,
because the true conclusion is going to take place the second night.
Now, this is a big one. Let's say Cody pins Roman, or Roman pins Cody. Could that be a foreshadowing to the next night? You think?
Maybe. Hey, I've said for a long time, and I go back and forth because I always think what if they do it. I've said for a while I think Cody wins the title at Mania.
Yeah, he finishes the story.
Right.
Cody's totally getting pinned in that tag match. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I don't see a good way for the Bloodline to lose that match, and I think that putting the Bloodline rules onto Cody is just putting more on the hero. It's just putting more on the good guy. It's more for him to overcome. Very John Cena-esque.
And it doesn't make sense for Rollins to lose because they don't really look like the odd man out. Like, you loser. You weren't even really involved in this. Go play with Drew. It's totally Rock is totally pinning Cody.
That's hell yeah,
100%. Because it first of all, it takes away Cody's. It sets up fucking Cody and The Rock for later on in the year, which is probably what you want to do at SummerSlam.
No,
Big match. The Rock is going to be filming from May to August, but when is SummerSlam?
August.
Late August, usually.
Okay, because one time it was in fucking July, and it caught me off guard. And it was 2 years ago or a year ago.
I could have sworn it was August, but
it's usually August. It's almost always August. But there was a fucking SummerSlam recently, a stadium show that was the end of July.
So there was, but it is usually August because growing up, I swear it was 3 or 4 years in a row, SummerSlam was the night before school started.
Incredible.
Which was very irritating, quite frankly.
That's horrible if you got strict bedtime parents.
No,
right?
I'd usually be able to weasel around that one, because it's a big show. But so it looks like SummerSlam is going to be August 3rd in Cleveland.
Oh no, he's filming from May 1st to August 1st, so I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, who knows? He can do tapings in between, but he certainly can't get physical, insurance for insurance purposes.
Right.
Gotta love that.
But yeah, so I mean, it's certainly an intriguing, story we've been thrust into with everything that's gone on. But we will plot through here and talk about the New Day taking on Alpha Academy, which was Tozawa and Otis. New Day picks up the win here in 9 minutes. Solid match, no drama. I don't think there was any guess or question as to they weren't putting Otis and Tozawa in that main event.
No, God, no.
Match. No way. So I don't think that was ever in question. But perfectly fine match. Tozawa, great in the ring. Otis over as hell. Perfectly fine. Nothing to write home about, really. But
no, not even close. It's just a match, qualifying, simple.
Yep. But again, gets New Day and gets him that Sweet Mania slot, and it's a ladder match, so I'm sure We'll see Cody do something, or no, sorry, not Cody, Kofi. Sorry. So guys, I'm just thinking about Cody. You know, I've got so much adrenaline in my soul right now that
something Cody Rhodes.
I'm just gonna bleach my hair blonde
and cut it.
No, not gonna cut it. I'll bleach it blonde. I'm also not
gonna hear that.
If I bleached my hair blonde, I'd look like Michael Hayes, and I don't want that.
I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Would you get the suit too and the hat?
Hey, the only thing that me and Michael Hayes have in common is the PS, because we're both pretty sexy. Shout out to Michael Hayes. That's what the PS stands for.
I know. I'm just like face palm because you actually went that way. You went all the way. You're just like, I got this. Let me go.
I'm a free bird. What's your excuse? Oh, goddamn. Okay, so done talking about Michael Hayes. But no, just pretty normal match. Again, nothing too crazy there. But yeah, that brings us back up and around to the main event, which we talked about at the top of the show. Caesar, is there anything else from Raw that you wanted to bring up or discuss or point out tonight before we hop into our ending segments of the show tonight?
Not a crazy episode, not a bad episode. I'm pretty hype on the DIY and the Creed tag match. But other than that,
that was without question match of the night. That was fantastic. Just a little kind of odds and ends thing. At one point, I don't remember exactly where in the show they did it, that they popped up a little infographic that listed the current most played characters in 2K, which I thought that was kind of cool. They're pushing the video game so much harder this year than I remember them doing in years past with this. You know, they're still, again, they're putting up the superstar ratings for the matches.
That was a 60.
It's a great game, by the way. I mean, if you like the WWE games, I mean, obviously it's not going to be very different from the other WWE games. But if you're into pro wrestling simulation rather than competitive fighting, then this is a really fucking fun game. Just wanted to put that out there. They should put the effort in to advertise it because it's worth it this year. Good on you, 2K.
Oh yeah. A ringing endorsement for 2K24. I've heard really positive things about it. You know, I'm still someone who's it's hard to beat No Mercy. You know, I'm still one of those guys.
That was 64, right?
Yeah,
and 64. Okay.
Yeah, it was so good.
So good.
I always have a warm spot in my heart. I still have a copy of No Mercy. I just don't have a working N64.
That's a you problem.
It sure is.
You can just Google and
you know what's crazy? My Super Nintendos work. Like they're cool. They work fine. But yeah, that N64 doesn't want to work. Anyway, but like you said, pretty solid Raw. Little placeholdery. You know, but we're leaning into that full tilt. I mean, they even said tonight we're going to have The Rock on Raw.
The last one before Mania, isn't it?
Yeah, the April 1st Raw. So, it's we are cruising down the road to WrestleMania. But hey, Caesar, I think this is going to bring us around to our Jobber of the Night.
We need one. We need like an actual air horn.
My jobber of the night this evening. This came down to a couple folks here, but I went with Indus Sher.
Yes,
Indus Sher. More like I don't care. It's terrible.
Don't quit your day job.
I apologize. First of all, my day job used to be.
Shit, 1 second.
Anyway,
foot. Ow.
So while Caesar dies slowly, Indus Sher, and I do want to apologize for that pun there, folks. For you fine folks that have stuck with us through this whole show, sorry for the bad joke. But they're hardly on television. When they're on television, they lose. I don't think anyone that's watched Raw for more than just a couple weeks could look at Indus Sher and take them remotely seriously. And it's don't know what they can do to rehab them. They're not good in the ring. The gimmick's not awful. They got Jinder Mahal as a mouthpiece, and he's good and still over, despite how long it's been since he was truly relevant, not counting the title match just a couple months ago. But there's Caesar. I can quit rambling about it.
Crap.
I'll quit rambling about Indus here now.
I know they're your favorite. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I said. How'd you know? But Caesar, other than your foot nearly taking you out right there, Michael Scott style, what did you step on a George Foreman grill? Is that
no? We're not plugging products right now, are we? No, it's the injury I mentioned. Jobber.
Who's your jobber of the night?
I agreed with you.
Oh, you were on yes. Here. Oh,
I don't see any point in disagreeing on that one because,
I was confused as you ran away.
Yeah. No, I'll give a quick thing then. The way I see it is same thing you said. It's they're not really doing anything. They're not really as exciting. What are you gonna do with them? The only thing they've got going with now is Jinder. That's it. I mean, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But if Jinder all of a sudden had another title reign, they'd be good bodyguards. That's it. Just like the Bollywood boys. But
you're right. You're right. That's not gonna happen anytime soon.
It ain't. Maybe an IC run or a US title run, but
yeah, it's probably about the height of it. So that is my jobber of the night, which will bring us up to the megastar of the night, Caesar.
We're not saying our truth. We're not saying our truth.
Well, I'm not. You could. Who do you have? Who's your megastar tonight?
I'm giving it to the tag match that we've been mentioning, DIY and Creed.
So the match itself. Well, that
the four of them did amazing.
Because I had DIY as my megastars of the night, so I'm right there with you on that, on the same page, man.
The fact that the four of them put on an awesome match, and it was just a regular match, no no TLC, no pins, falls, nothing crazy, and they just went to town and had the whole match, and it was on cable.
All it takes is wrestling, man. That's it.
And Pat McAfee apparently got an appearance.
No crazy bells and whistles, no gimmicks, no polls. Just straightforward wrestling, man. And the crowd was into it. And DIY is over now.
They're doing amazing. They're doing wicked.
They're getting cheered. They're getting a reaction. It's great. And it took weeks. And I was starting to think it was time to throw in the towel on them.
Thank God you didn't find the towel. Thank God you didn't. No, the one thing I will say, and we've said it a few times on the stream, the two of us, three of us, or the four of us, the Creeds have a huge future in this company. Mm-hmm. We don't know when, but I don't know. Those two seem like the guys that they would be shit kicking someone, and then do the whole Pat McAfee thing, and just sit on the ringside and just high five and bump fists for get a good laugh, and then go back to fighting again. Yeah. That's what they would do.
They kind of remind me. It's and I get that their gimmick is collegiate athletes. So, but they give me that vibe of that old school wrestling tag team that you would always hear about being in a bar fight. Every town they go to, they're going to get in a fight with somebody. They're going to show somebody how tough and how real pro wrestling is. They remind me of that type, a Steiner's, APA, that type. And with the Steiners too, the Creed brothers look like they're going to hurt somebody, seriously hurt somebody.
I feel like they're those friends at a party. They're like, guys, I'm going to jump through that window. Watch me. Get your phone ready. And then everyone would back up and watch jump through the window.
Yes, there is a frat-esque mentality,
But it's just so entertaining. So I give them a few years of
oh yeah, they're good at it. They're phenomenal in the ring. It's just get them on the mic more, get them more time to talk. Yeah, it's
maybe bring Ivy back as a mouthpiece for them, or
I don't know if she's that good to be a mouthpiece. She's not bad.
Maybe. I mean, this is a long shot, but Heyman guys.
I mean, if the Bloodline's done in the near future, they're going to have something for Heyman to do. But I mean, I don't know. It'd be too cute or too obvious to go with someone like a Kurt Angle. Then it would feel like it's his show. You know what I mean? That's one of those people that would
Chad Gable.
But then it's going to feel like he's doing Alpha Academy again. You know what I mean? It's you don't want to feel too derivative of things they've already done.
That's true.
But I mean, right now, let's just get them on TV consistently. Get them winning matches. Get some job teams in there with them because you got to get them to be taken seriously. I mean, and tonight they looked good.
They looked really good.
And
considering this is not a pay-per-view either.
Yeah, and they look strong. And I think last week we had discussed this match, and I believe we all thought that the Creed brothers would actually win this match.
Well, we were talking about like Brutus's Brutus Ball, or it was called. Like apparently someone got hurt from it one match.
I think he landed on Damian Priest.
That's what we're saying. Yes.
Correctly, yeah.
You or John brought it up middle of stream about it.
It was like, I don't know, like he landed him like 3 times in one fall. It was wild and crazy.
Wrestling
yell.
Woo! Awesome.
Indeed it is. What's up? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? But yeah, fun time as always, Caesar. A 3-hour show broken down into a 1-hour talk segment with us. Tell the folks before we get into our signing off segments here, tell them where they can find you and where they can see you again, Caesar. The people want to see you, sir.
Do they want my address?
Do not give out your address on live air, sir. Don't do that.
No.
But tell them where you're at.
As always, guys, on social media, I go by NoobTube on all of them. There's too many names, so I'm not going to say all 101 platforms. But as always, I'm sitting down with Tyler and usually Eduardo, but Eduardo had some technical problems, so he couldn't join us. And then I will be on with the Wednesday crew for Dynamite, and I believe that's actually a special Dynamite this week. I'm not 100% on that one. I've been hearing things.
Hey. You're muted, Sean.
You're muted.
Oops. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this week, I guess they're going to do Dynamite and Rampage back to
at the same time
because of preemption on Friday. So it's going to be 3 hours of AEW. That doesn't mean more streaming for us. However, that just means we're going to be streaming, I think, an hour later. But
ooh.
We'll get to that. I'll let you guys
finish your
plugs, and I'll plug some stuff in the end here. So I'll sit down.
Tyler.
All right. Folks. I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster at PW Hipster over on X and Instagram. Although I do most of my stuff over on Facebook. So the Pro Wrestling Hipster on Facebook is where you're going to see me most often in terms of like that kind of content. But where you'll actually see me most often is here on Dirt Sheet Radio on Monday nights with Caesar and Eduardo. Breaking down Raw, and then on Tuesday nights, we break down NXT, myself and CJ. And is Matthew permanent on the show now? Is he going to be on NXT every week now?
He is. He is going to be on NXT and Friday Night SmackDown.
Nice.
Hell yeah! All right,
Woo!
all right,
Excellent.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
I got a quick question, NXT wise, actually.
Yeah.
Since you're the NXT aficionado.
One
be honest. I mean, in the group right now. Yeah. Be honest. Perez or Paxley? Who do you think? Tomorrow night?
Wrestling wise, right?
We need the people want to know. Who are you choosing?
Wrestling wise.
Perez. Wrestling wise, thank you for doing that. I am a married man.
I'm trying to save this man. I'm just here.
I know. I was getting it too.
I'm just here saying, hey, watch out for the hole in the road. You fall right in.
So this has got like his arms pulling it back.
On video, you'll never be able to live it down.
No.
But
who's gonna win? Wrestling wise.
Perez.
Yeah.
Perez. Wrestling wise, Perez.
It makes sense,
Yeah.
Wrestling wise.
For the story that they're telling right now.
Yeah,
she's got to beat up Lyra Valkyria's girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see.
Find out tomorrow.
They're not official. It's not like on Facebook or anything yet.
There's no heterosexual explanation for the way they interact.
Find out tomorrow. Dirty Radio Review.
Hey, Paul Heyman years and years ago claimed that he had the first lesbian kiss on television.
Was he involved?
I remember. Is he talking about the Tommy Dreamer? I'll take them both. I'm hardcore.
I'm assuming so. Yeah, but he said that was the first one. He said he was responsible for it.
I gotta look that up, and then I gotta look up how loosely he's using the term television. Like, were they airing somewhere, or like if you were on public access, like that doesn't fucking count.
I gotta say, when it was, we talked about this a little earlier in the show, like when wrestling got super popular there, and like I was trying to be a hipster about it. To find ECW, like in the Columbus, Ohio market, was a pain. I had to like put a coat hanger into this old TV in the basement, and then like wiggle it around, and I could pick up like the UHF station that they were airing ECW on at the time.
Incredible. I was in the New York market, and we had it on the free access channel. So if you had cable, it was like buried in the back. And if you didn't, then you had to do what you did, and you had to fucking fight nature for
Suffer.
it. But yeah.
But hey, too, real quick, I want to say again, I just want to thank everyone that's watching us live, like everybody that's sticking with us this long. I don't know where all of y'all are at, but I'm an East Coaster. It's 12:30 a.m. here right now, so thank you guys for sticking with us every week. We really appreciate it.
Love y'all, man. Thanks you all for joining us. All new viewers, because our freaking Twitter is dead for the week. So I was like, oh man, we're not gonna get any of the Twitter viewership. So I put it on I attached it to my Twitter account. And I was like, well, fuck it. Like, we'll get it out there somehow. And they came. So thank you all. Incredible. I just wanted to plug a couple things before we say goodbye. Check out the Major Issue Show every single Thursday over on Comic Book Click, where they cover all types of superhero content. This week, especially, you can join me and my boy George as we cover Mark Miller's Ultimates, where they introduce the Ultimate Avengers in a fairly dated 20-year-old comic book that we will have.
Oh, man, don't tell me that's how old that is.
I quit.
Older. I think it's like 22 years old or something like that. I have to double check.
I remember reading that as it came out. Like, that's gonna be a fun discussion for y'all.
Printed on scripture.
I read it a long time ago. Like, I was still a teenager. I thought it was awesome. And as I grew up, I've seen criticisms of it. I haven't read it again. So now I have seen all these people talk about how overly edgy it was and blah, blah, blah. I'm not one to get lost in these kind of conversations because I'm really big on the context of the time. But we'll see.
Did you ever read the Supreme Power when they rebooted that?
No, I didn't. That's the image book, right?
I know it was oh gosh, what was the name of that original book? It was a Marvel book. Squadron Supreme was the original one in the 70s.
I'm thinking of Alan Moore and Rob Liefeld.
Yeah. Okay, Liefeld. But that one, that's one that I tried to reread probably about 10 years ago, and it did not hold up well to time. No. Like, it did feel overly edgy and like just unnecessarily so in some spots, very like kind of shock jock. Oh my god. Okay. I'm Googling this right now. Let's see. Supreme Power. It didn't run for super long. It was on the imprint that Marvel had.
Max?
That was like, it was the Max imprint.
Oh, somebody's guts were hanging out and heads were coming off.
Yeah, let's see. 2004 is when that came out.
Shit.
20 years. Shit.
Trying to see how many.
And that's later era Max too, but it's already 20 years old. God, I hate time.
Right. Like, I'm feeling like I should just fill my pockets with rocks and walk into the ocean at this point.
That's after stream.
I'm trying. Okay, I was trying to see how many issues. It only ran for a couple of years, and then they like de-maxed it, I think, and made it like a team book, and it didn't do well after that. But it was like one of those things where it's like it feels very early 2000s, late 90s, where it's just like gritty for just kind of the sake of being really gritty.
Yeah, that's absolutely an early 2000s book.
Yeah,
but don't get me started. I'll sit here talking comics all night.
I know that's like the folks that are still with us right now. It's like they're like, sorry guys, we're talking about comics now, but
this is a wrestling podcast.
You got to join us. You got to join us over on the Major Issues podcast
Thursday.
Check it out, y'all.
We'll get you over there. But as well, check out the Delphin Pod podcasts. They're available on the Delphin Pod website. Google Delphin Pod. They have Revenge of the Sequel, Countdown to Skywalker, Countdown to Infinity. They are focused on cinema. So if you're into that type of thing, check them out. As well as Monk, monq.com/DSR10. I'm not the best person to advertise this, as I'm not sure what it is, but I know that Nick has a responsibility to do this, so I'm doing you a favor.
So monk.com, I'm assuming no association with Tony Shalhoub.
I wouldn't
it's
even know.
Aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy?
It's Thank you, Caesar.
I just Googled it. Oh, they're diffusers.
No, you should have just acted like you knew that.
Yeah, you didn't have to tell me.
You didn't have to tell us how the sausage was made.
So impressed. I was like,
Thank you.
I don't know. But check those out. You're welcome, Nick. And finally, Shop DSR on Shopify. We have a Shopify store. It's a couple of
I'm right there right now.
It's really fun. My wife, she's really good at drawing and running stores. So she runs the Dershi Radio Shopify, where they have all types of items. And I think it like connects to like other websites, so you can buy things from other places, and we get a tiny little commission, like 10 cents.
Right on.
But it adds up, and it helps me not be like, "Hey guys, all our shows are going behind Patreon." It's a lot easier to go do that.
Right. Absolutely.
Check us out, man. And that's a thing I'll be doing every week, because they keep telling me I have to do that, and I don't like to. But I'm a commercial man now.
Hey, plugs can be fun. We'll work them in seamlessly, so folks don't realize it,
But thank you all for joining us.
Thank you again so much for everyone who watched this live, and everyone that watches this on replays on the YouTubes and whatnot. We appreciate y'all.
Making coffee breaks longer.
I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. So so we're here tomorrow night. We're here Wednesday night. We're here Thursday night. We're here Friday night. Like, y'all,
you have no life.
There is wrestling every night of the week, and we're here for you virtually every night of the week. I mean,
most of it is good too, and when it isn't, it's even more fun to join us after the show.
Exactly. No, and just to specify, John means that the wrestling is usually good. We're always good.
Oh no, we're
regardless
every
of
episode.
Wrestling,
God damn it,
we're solid gold. But yeah, but we it's always a good time.
Hairclip included.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you.
Peace.